What's up guys, Dave here from thegadgetbook.com, and today we're going to be having a look at the Moto E smartphone, a great budget handset for you Android lovers out there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we've had the Moto E for around 2 weeks now, and it's been doing us quite well. So it comes in at around £100, but prices always do vary, and it's got some great features to come along with it as well. So starting off with the design, the Moto E has a simple design. It's very minimalistic, and Motorola decided to go with a non-removable back. Instead you have a surrounding plastic band which covers the micro SIM and also the micro SD card slot, but it also adds grip while holding the phone. So the Moto E looks very similar to its family members. To keep the cost low, Motorola constructed the phone of polycarbonate plastic material. It doesn't feel cheap, but it's not premium either. The phone feels great in the hand, very smooth and everything like that, and it doesn't irritate your fingers or anything of that nature. You will notice when you start to use the phone, a portion of the display is covered up by the Android keys, and it does make the display seem a little bit smaller. Talking about the hardware, although this is a budget smartphone, the second generation of the Moto E has some pretty average hardware specifications. First of all, we're going to tell you about the display, as you tend to look at the first. It's got a 4.3 inch display with a resolution of 540 by 960, protected by Gorilla Glass 3. Yes, it's not 1080p, but it does the job. So some pixels are noticeable, but only if you look close, which I doubt you would be. So Motorola packed a Snapdragon quad-core 410 processor into the Motorola E, along with 1GB of RAM, Android Lollipop, and a VGA camera on the front. So to keep costs low, Motorola put a 5MP camera into the second generation of the Moto E. Nevertheless, it does record in high definition and also has some cool slow motion effects. So if you're thinking about taking some low light images with the Moto E, don't even go there. It's really bad for taking low light images, however with a bit of light or sun, you might get a decent picture for social networks. The colours are quite dull and it doesn't bring out a very crisp image, however it does have autofocus, which was a plus. The front facing camera ain't that great either. It's okay for taking a few snapshots, however don't think about taking any precious selfies. Something great about the Moto E is that it runs the Android Lollipop operating system straight out of the box. Now Android Lollipop is very fast and responsive, so how does it work together with the Moto E? So Motorola has added very little bloatware hindering the Android operating system, and this does result to a smooth and responsive experience, performing much better than you'd expect from a budget smartphone. Unfortunately, it's not all that great. The device can get very sluggish at times when browsing the web, multitasking and playing intense games. So there are a few advantages of getting near enough vanilla Android on the Moto E, such as getting blazing fast updates when Google announce a new version of Android. The Moto E is powered by a 1.2GHz quad-core processor and 1GB of RAM. The operating system works really well with the hardware, and the outcome makes the Moto E a really fast device. The hardware supports 64-bit instructions, and the Moto E ships with Android Lollipop straight out the box. Games work well on the Moto E, however playing intense games you might get a little sluggish frame rates. I have essential applications installed on my Android device such as Twitter, Sunrise Calendar, Instagram and a few Android Wear applications. My screen brightness is set to around halfway, and after a full charge I was able to use the device for more than a day before the battery gave up on me, and I also had my LG watch connected the whole time. So with a decent display, a bloat-free operating system and a great price, the Moto E is definitely a winner. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section guys, hit the subscribe button and click the like button, and as always we'll catch you in the next video.